The basic halachot of what you're responsible for in Purim, it's only 4 things. I went over it last night, but for anyone who didn't watch it, 4 simple things. 1, you have to do Mishloach manot, at least 2 Mishloach manot. The Mishloach manot has to be something that can be made into a meal. So it's not just candy. If you have just candy, it's not. You're not fulfilling the mitzvah. It has to be considered a meal, which is mezonot and something to drink. So some people put cookies, some people put sandwiches, some people put something they made if they're giving it to somebody that they know. Most people usually put something that's already, if they're giving it to people that are not really close to, they give something that's still in the wrapping. If you really know people well, then you could give them something you cooked if you want. But it has to be something that can be made into a meal. The second thing is that you have to give Matanot LaEvyonim, gifts to the poor. The gifts to the poor has to be at least the value of a meal, and it's 2 gifts. 2 gifts, 2 different people. It has to be the value of 1 meal. So a meal, is anywhere between $7 and $10. You decide, and you have to give 2 gifts to the Evyonim. The third thing is that you have to listen to Megillat Esther. Megillat Esther, you have to listen to it twice. 1 on Wednesday night, tomorrow night, and 1 on Thursday morning. You have to listen to every single word. If you miss a word, if you didn't hear or didn't understand a word, you have to have a Chumash open. At the end of the Chumash, you're going to see Megillat Esther, and you have to read the word yourself. So it's very important for men, women, and children to listen to the Megillah. If the children are too young to understand, comprehend, and be quiet, then it's better that you do it at a different time. Maybe have somebody come to your house. There's plenty in our community, Baruch Hashem, there's plenty of reading times. If you can't do it with your wife, like for example, my wife and I can't go to the same one, so she's going to go one time and I'm going to go at a different time. So you have to listen to it twice. After you finish the Megillah, tomorrow there's a fast. Here the fast starts, I think, at around 6 o'clock in the morning. 6:13. Okay, so it starts at 6, ends around 8 o'clock at night. Everybody has to check their own local times, whoever's watching this. The Megillah is usually read a little bit before the fast ends. So by the time the Megillah is finished, the fast is finished. So then you go home, you have a meal. You're not obligated to have any special type of meal on the eve of Purim. Just a regular meal. If you want to have a big meal, you can have a big meal. It's up to you. But the meal that's part of the mitzvah of Purim is actually in the next day. During the day of Purim, you have to have a meal that is with basal and yain. You have to have wine and you have to have basal. Basal and wine is because you're celebrating. So generally, if somebody is a vegetarian, this is one of those days you should consider breaking it because it's very important to fulfill the mitzvah. Obviously, if you can't and it disgusts you, then so be it. But you have to drink wine more than what you drink normally. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to drink to the point where you can't comprehend what's going on in the world. But also, you could get a little, you can get tipsy. It's a mitzvah. But most important thing about getting drunk, because I don't think many people go over this, is that you cannot go to the Bet Knesset drunk under any condition. You can never go to a Bet Knesset, even walk into a Bet Knesset drunk. Last year, unfortunately, I saw a few people that were drunk came into Bet Knesset. It's a big Chilul Hashem, big ason. It's better off to miss the entire prayer than go to Bet Knesset drunk. So, yes, what the best thing to do is to drink, fall asleep for a half hour, and then usually when you wake up when it's pretty much over. If you're not a big drinker, I'm not a big drinker, I don't drink at all throughout the entire year. I still have to drink a little bit just to make the mitzvah, but it's for me to get drunk is probably not going to happen. But anybody else that drinks normally, on a regular basis, you could drink a little bit more than normally and enjoy the holiday. Have a meal. And that's pretty much the basics of Purim. People have them, it's a nice thing, nice time to dress up. Anyone that's dressing up, kids dress up, adults can dress up, should dress up. It's a fun day. And we should definitely use it as a time to enjoy.
מברך את הרבנים, הרב ירון ראובן, הרב אפרים כחלון, ראשי ארגון בעזרת השם, שהלכו בפי עליון, שעלו מעלה מעלה, יהיה להם ברכה והצלחה, הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא בישועות ליבם לטובה ולברכה, שבכל מה שיפנו ישכילו ויצליחו, יזכו לעשות כאלה וכאלה, הודיעו תורה לאדירה, אמן ואמן.